Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today's video is going to be a pretty big video. The reason for this is because I'm going to be covering all the updates that is to come until the full release of ARK Survival Evolved, which is the 29th of August, so there's loads to cover and lots of information to give to you guys. Now if you do enjoy this video, if you wouldn't mind dropping a like, that would be great, and if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you're new to the channel, that would be brilliant too. Thank you for all the support recently guys, it means so much to me. And also if you'd like to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, the links are always in the description down below. You can find out about so much more ARK news on there. You know, all the devs are tweeting stuff and loads of ARK news, so make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be in the description down below. But anyway, apart from that, we're going to get straight in with the video, and as you can see, we're on the PC patch notes, which is going to show so much stuff that has been released, that is going, that's being tested to be released to see if it's okay for the full game on the 29th. We're going to go through all the patch notes, talk a little bit about the Xbox One and the PS4, like the console, Ragnarok, loads of new things coming to that for when the full release comes out on the 29th, and a little bit about something that Jeremy has added in the game as well. So, scrolling down to the PC patch notes, this is version 265.284, so there's loads of Ragnarok map fixes, which obviously this is like, if you have any unofficial servers and stuff, they need to be updated because this map is not, this obviously update is not backwards compatible. So we're going to click and go straight over now to the Ragnarok patch notes. So, it's going to resolve any collision issues here, TP/collision issues, add any missing post/physics volumes, tune proxy meshes, configure starting zones to be more friendly, move player spawns to have a better spread / more options, new landscape material for blending, better post effect for river, handheld map updates to reflect new changes, resource and under foliage pass on new and older zones, and it's going to be a metal increase, non-destructive additions to some areas that may be lacking in new zones, and a rare dino increase, which is going to be the Giga, the Quet, Spinos, things like that, the Megalena, all of that is the rare dinos, which are going to get an increase within the game. The current patch has obviously added several new biomes in the SW corner of the map, which is the southwest. Change resource weights on the aloe plant, change resource weights on underwater metal rock, and moved swamp player spawns to a new area. Now, all of this has now been released, obviously, because this is in the new patch notes, and this will all be coming to the console. Now, there isn't actually any console patch notes at the moment, but I'm going to be coming to that and talking about lots of console after I've gone through the patch notes here. So, fixed dinos appearing to fall through ceilings on the client. It may take a minute or so for the server to create the creatures. Fixed buffer overflow error occurring when logging into a very dense bases. Fix certain values being edited that allowed unintended visual changes to be made in the files. Review and changes made to graphical presets or presets. Fixed issue where players would fall through ceilings when logged out and on top of them. Fixed an issue where obviously binding E to the middle mouse wouldn't function properly, but obviously this would be different on console. Fixed eggs falling through structures, for real this time, because they've said that they've been doing this for a while, obviously. Fixed Rex saddle positioning in die UI screen. Fixed industrial cooker and beer barrel from accepting fertilizer due to the crop plot change. Fixed the visual issue where the Megalosaurus would appear to be sleeping instead of unconscious. Added swing delay to the electric prod. Fixed issue where canvases were not able to be placed on the refrigerator. Fixed a visual issue where the player in inventory would appear as a silhouette. Improved collision on large hatch frame. Allowed the die UI to stay open after jumping to paint. So this was a new update version 265.84, and there's still lots of this stuff here guys, as well as version 265 that needs to be added to the console. Now, all of this is most likely going to be released into the new update on the 29th. Now, people are saying that, there's a slight chance there'll be a few patches before full release, but I think most people are thinking that it's going to be, just on the 29th, which could be quite risky because if anything goes wrong, it needs to be perfect. So there might be a few patches, but as you guys know, on the PS4, there was a version 5.11, which was the PC-hosted console servers, and if you are on the Xbox One, this will be in September. So that stuff will come out later for the Xbox One after full release. So lots of big stuff to come. All of, loads of things being tested here on the PC patch notes. Version 265. I think it goes all the way all the way down to, I think it stops there where it hasn't been added into the console. If I'm correct, it might even be a little bit further than that, where things like, you know, even things in version 264.5 haven't been added to the console as well, but there's lots to be added for the full release. Now, going over to this by Jeremy, as you guys will see, spoiler alert, this is obviously the new redesign for the Ice Wyvern or the Lightning Wyvern on ARK Survival Evolved. Obviously, you know, it's pretty awesome, and I think it's a pretty nice design. People are saying that it's similar to other ones, but I don't actually think it is. You know, I think it's a pretty cool Ice Wyvern or Wyvern, however you guys say it. So definitely, I'm really excited for this to be added in, which is, I think, the new design they definitely needed, because all of them are pretty similar in the game, so definitely something that did need to be done. So talking a little bit about console now for you guys. So we're gonna be getting Ragnarok on the console on the 29th for both Xbox One and the PS4, and there's lots and lots of fixes and bugs to be fixed for that day as well. There's going to be a massive update. I couldn't actually say how much it's going to be, but when you guys say to me on some of the titles of my videos, like, Dom, every video is a huge update, and usually they are, most of the time, they usually are just massive updates. But this is going to be a massive update, and I don't know how, I mean, you know, we're getting the odd, like, you know, 10 to 30 gigabyte update over the time, but this is the full release within all of these different issues. Now, not even just issues, just things being added in. The Phoenix is also being released to Scorched Earth on the 29th. I know that's not a massive thing, it'll be a few megabytes, but it's still adding to the full release of the game. Now, right now, I don't really want to do a estimate. I know you guys say, Dom, I like you when you do your estimates of how, you know, how big an update's going to be. It's because this is too much of a big thing for me to make an estimate on for what the gigabyte size is going to be. I would think, you know, I wouldn't want to just say something stupid like, you know, 50 gigabytes and then I'm completely wrong. I wouldn't want to do something like that. Or it could be, and, you know, but it is most likely going to be a pretty big update. There's lots to come. I don't know what the size difference between the PC and the console update is going to be, but, you know, I could see the console update being pretty big. So, lots of updates to come within the Xbox One and the PS4. Xbox One, I think it's the, you know, in September, we'll be getting, obviously, the rentable servers, which is something we've been waiting for a while. So, it's definitely something to be added, and obviously, the Griffin will be coming, and the Phoenix. There's 2 new dinos being added into the game, with obviously, for the console. So, I'd like to, obviously, you guys to give your input into what you think, you know, that you actually think the full game gigabyte is going to be. Because if you think about it, when we have actual smaller updates in the game, it doesn't end up, you know, it ends up being like, I'd say, we've had like, I think we've had like 25 gigabytes before and stuff like that for other updates just to add in dinos. So, if 2 new dinos are being added in, which is the Phoenix and the Griffin, a new whole map, which is like 2 times bigger than the island, and all the fixes on the PC patch notes and everything, you know, just everything that needs to be done for the full game, which is extra stuff we might not know about, you know, what could the size come to? So I'm going to be leaving it down to you guys to put in the comments what you think it's going to be. Hopefully, obviously, if you guys are ready for this update, then you know you might have a 2 terabyte box or something prepared for it. But if you haven't, then I'm hoping it's going to be alright for you guys. But if you did enjoy this video, and you know you're prepared for the 29th, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, because it really does help me out, guys. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be in the description down below. Lots to come, guys, for the 29th. There's so much to come, as well as I will be releasing a special video, which right now the ETA for that is the 29th, which I'm going to make sure whatever I can do, I can make sure that video goes up for sort of a special video for 50,000 subscribers and the full release of ARK Survival Evolved. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in my next one. See you guys later.